Tanya, and it's the weekly sketch challenge once again. And yes, if you can work it out, yes, that is a picture of me at Creativation 2019. You will have known by now, we had such a big build up to this. I've been going on and on and on about it, and yes, it finally happened, and we had an absolute blast. And I'm pretty sure that many of my layouts to come are going to be on this trip. It was a fabulous trip. So yeah, these are the January Hip Kit Club kits, and they are gorgeous. I have an unboxing of them on my channel if you haven't already watched that and you are interested to see what's in the kits. There's a lot of the gorgeous Pinkfish Studio, their latest line. I can't remember what it's called, but if you go onto the website, it'll tell you. I am mildly jet lagged. I got back on Sunday, and yeah, they are very, very long trips, especially for me who lives down at the bottom of the world. You know, it was 2 very long flights and layovers in between, and yeah, so the brain's not quite with it, but I'm going to try my best. So yeah, what have I done? Well, not much, hey? I did take that pocket and I thought it was pretty cute. Those the photographs were printed on my Sprocket printer because my other printer decided it had given up the ghost and had run out of ink, which was very unfortunate because I wanted to scrap, and so I decided to get creative and use my little Sprocket printer. And it did quite well, actually. I've fallen back in love with it. I didn't like it for a while because I didn't get very good results from it, but I have learnt the tricks of the trade, and now it's just printing like a dream, so I'm very, very happy. And yeah, I brought in that black and white striped paper because I wanted a bit of contrast. Otherwise, because you've got a lot of the same colour, that sort of peachy colour going on, so I wanted a bit of pop of black and white. And I mean, it's like a little black dress, isn't it? The black and white is just a staple and just looks so good on your pages. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I've cottoned on to how to work with my kits, because this is my first layout with these kits, and as we all know, there's a lot of product and one can get very overwhelmed. But I've decided, or I've discovered I should say, that if I take one particular element and work with that and then move on to the next, like here I've got the die cuts, the floral die cuts that come from Pinkfish Studio, and I concentrate on those first, and then I move on to, I think I'm moving on now to the puffy stickers, or I will be shortly, and then I concentrate on those, and then I move on to, say, the frames that came. So I'm basically taking just one particular type of embellishment and working with that, and then moving on to the next, and it just makes creating so much quicker and easier. I'm loving doing that. It's really working well with my brain, which isn't functioning well today, but that's just how it goes. So yeah, I'm very, I was very happy with the placement of these, and I did glue it all down off camera because otherwise you're going to get the back of my head and nobody wants to see that. And I just find it easier to glue things down without, the camera staring at me. And here I slowed it down to show you that this is a trick that I picked up from Kim Watson. She very often takes little foam squares and pops them behind her die cuts or elements on her page just to give it a little bit of dimension, and it really does add that je ne sais quoi. That I butchered that, didn't I? But it does. It just makes your layout pop a little bit more. And yeah, every element on here, every sentiment is geared very much towards the fact that going to Creativation was a bucket list item of mine. I remember back in the CHA days when I would follow on we didn't have Instagram back then, but we did have YouTube and blogs, and I would follow closely, all the new products that were coming out, and get ever so jealous of people that went to the show and everything like that. So this really was a trip of a lifetime, and I'm so glad I did it. We loved it. We really did. We had an absolute blast. Lisa from Hip Kit Club design team came along, and Arit obviously came along, and Jen Scow was there, Crafty Jen Scow was there, and we all stayed in an Airbnb house in Phoenix, and what can I say? It was fabulous, and I'll talk more about it in in other videos, let's rather concentrate on what I'm doing with these gorgeous products that we got. I wanted to bring in, oh, well, these are Chamel's glitter enamel shapes from her new line, and they're just gorgeous, and they just add that little pop that you need on your layout. I seem to be saying pop a lot, but the brain can't think up of, you know, any other synonyms right now, so we're just going with pop. And yeah, I got what are those, a flare. I got a flare on. I thought maybe I could bring in more, but then I figured, nah, that's too many. One hooray is enough. And oh yes, I did type my journaling on that 3x4 card. I love incorporating Project Life cards onto my layouts. I have said it over and over again that I don't do Project Life, but I really enjoy bringing them into my layouts. So it made it go really quickly. That did as well. And yes, these are tassel bows. We have had them before and they are super cute. So I've got 3 of those on because that's a design trick that I have learnt. I've learnt a couple of them. I know, you get, there's this, there must be about, I don't know how many there are, but the ones that I have learnt is 2 of them is putting 3 of the same item or element on your page and doing the triangle. So yeah, I do that. I do it a lot. And it works for me. But you'll see I'm going to where I'm putting those phrase stickers down now, I'm going to move them because they're just floating. I don't know what I was thinking really, but I realized that they're just kind of floating in midair there, so I move them and put them in a better spot. Because, one doesn't want floating elements on one's page. And what else do? I bring the frames back in, and yeah, I get some other things on, but I quickly want to tell you that, of course, this is the weekly sketch challenge, and we do host it in the Hip Kit Club Facebook forum every Friday, and there is a $10 coupon code up for grabs, and if you win it, you can use it, obviously, on the Hip Kit Club online store, and the February kits have been revealed. So if you come along and play, you could win that $10 and get it off your next kit or an add-on. Wouldn't that be exciting? I think it would be. The February kits look super cute as well. So let me just enjoy the January ones first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Let's enjoy January before we rush on to February. So yeah, I'm getting those enamel shapes back on again because I needed that pop, and I think I'm coming to the end now. So yes, I do hope you enjoyed this. I do hope you will come along and play along. It's so much fun, and we love seeing what everybody does. And of course, the other design team members do the sketch as well, so there's lots of inspiration for you. But I'm going to have to say quickly, bye-bye.